This presentation, The Illuminated Architecture of the Mind, visually interprets Chapter 14, Section 3 of A Course in Miracles. Our focus is how guiltlessness leads to invulnerability. The material is designed for serious students of spiritual psychology who want a structured, conceptual map of the mind. Here we frame guilt as cognitive interference, not a moral flaw. Guilt behaves like static in a communication system, blocking the mind's capacity to learn, receive insight, and share clearly. From this perspective, guilt has no constructive function. It only disrupts mental clarity and spiritual connection. This projection lens diagram shows how inner states color perception. When the mind looks through guilt, it projects distortion and sees a fractured world. When it looks through guiltlessness, perception is clarified and reality appears coherent. Two minds in different states literally inhabit different experiential worlds. The subtraction principle teaches that atonement does not add holiness, it removes error. Our task is not to manufacture worthiness, but to dismantle the ego's false structures. As blocks fall away, our inherent wholeness becomes visible. Guiltlessness is simply the mind with what never belonged to it taken out. Atonement functions as an active mechanism. On the left, a disordered mind is tangled in conflicting thoughts. The catalyst is forgiveness, which does not create a new self, but restores the original, ordered state. On the right, we see restoration. Thought becomes aligned, coherent, and directed by the first cause. This table contrasts two learning identities. The guilty learner is driven by fear, experiences mental static, projects hostility, and ends in an isolated echo chamber. The happy learner is guided by free thought, serves as an open channel, perceives shared innocence, and stays connected to the first cause. Momentum shows how each mindset sustains itself. In guilt, we project sin, meet a hostile world, and reinforce more guilt. In guiltlessness, we recognize shared innocence, experience a forgiven world, and deepen inner peace. The key insight: whichever cycle we choose, the mind will energetically reinforce it. Here, guilt appears as noisy interference on a signal line. Its true cost is isolation from the first cause. When guilt is removed, the mind returns to its natural function: steady, continuous reception of grace. In this model, uninterrupted communication with Source is synonymous with life itself. Invulnerability is presented as an architecture. Guiltlessness forms the foundation. Unbroken communication with Source is the central pillar, and invulnerability is the capstone. It is not a defensive posture, but the effortless outcome of a mind free from guilt, where fear has no structural basis to arise. We conclude with the return to the first cause. The happy learner's journey is not dramatic effort, but quiet surrender of what was never truly ours: guilt and fear. By releasing interference, we restore communication and remember that, as extensions of the first cause, we are more than merely guiltless.